Hey YouTube! I'm back again with another tutorial after 1,000 years. As you can see, a lot has changed. I've since rebranded. No longer Lunette the alien. I am now me but a mouse. So today we're gonna start modeling our model that we designed in the last video. I'm gonna say first here that I am by no means like the end all be all person good at Blender. I am self-taught and I just wanted to show off my process in case that helps anyone. So we're gonna go through these videos, we're gonna do the whole shebang, we're gonna model, we're gonna UV unwrap, we're gonna color, we're gonna rig, we're gonna export, the whole thing. So let's get into it. Okay, so let's get started. Let's go to general. I start by getting rid of all the stuff in here. I'm going to turn on my screencast keys real quick so you can see what I'm clicking on. And we're just going to hit numpad 1, go in front view, and we're going to add a reference image, and we're going to add our front facing reference image. This will take a second because I have 1,000 folders. So here is my Apple front image from the last installment of the tutorial where we went ahead and designed her and stuff. So I'm going to hit numpad 3. I'm going to move this image back just a wee bit. And then we're going to add another reference image. And that will be my side image. Okay. I'm going to leave the side image right in the middle for now because I'm going to add a cube. And here we can go and see the cube is 2 meters in all dimensions. And you can change that to get the height you want. But lately I've just been leaving it at the default cube size and taking my image and resizing it to be like roughly that size. So you're rename that. So your model isn't too humongous. When I first started making models, did not realize I needed to resize them. So they were giant. They were really big. So now I'm just like moving all my images so I have like a box, a little corner for my model to stand in, and I'm gonna align the foot with this red line down here. So now you can see I have a little corner. Our model is gonna go smack dab in the middle. I think I'm gonna move the front image just back a touch. Okay, so we've set up our modeling area. Where do we go now? We're gonna add our third cube in the scene. This one we won't be deleting. We're gonna add a subdivision surface modifier, crank the level viewport up to 2 and apply that. And then we're gonna go into edit mode. I hit tab to go into edit mode, but you can of course go into edit mode through the little drop down in the corner. We're gonna use this X-ray toggle button to toggle the X-ray and select all the vertices on the left side. Delete those using X and then selecting the vertices and adding a mirror modifier and selecting clipping. So this will be our head. It's quite big right now, but we're gonna resize it and bring it up. So it's gonna line up just about our head area. I like to squash and stretch it a little so it's more head shaped. Then we're gonna go to side view, squash that a little. Okay. Okay, back to edit mode. And now, since we are mirrored, we can just kind of drag our vertices to make our face. Oh yeah, I like to turn on proportional editing and make it connected only, so, well, you want to make it smaller first. Okay. I just like to have proportional editing on when I'm doing like this stuff. Okay, so now we kind of have a head shape. I'm gonna just, I don't know, cut some lines in here. Do that. Because I don't like how, like, I don't like that. Okay. Next we're gonna get started on pulling out a little snout nose area. It's gonna look really silly at first. I promise it'll get better. Should I pull that out too? Here we go. It's gonna look so silly. But we're just gonna extrude by pressing E a little. So silly. And we're just gonna start shaping the face. Shaping the nose. Turn that. See how silly this looks? We're gonna fix it. Sorry about my sniffle. Yeah, the face is a lot of fiddling till it looks good. Fiddling and carving out until you get a good shape. And once we get to like the base, like the base body, and we got the head all going, we can then go and cut out a mouth and eyes and stuff. She's starting to look like a person. Okay, now I'm gonna start doing like pulling in the sides so we have a bit of a cheek. Yeah, and what you want to do is just constantly turn it so you can see everything at different angles to make sure it looks good. This topology is going crazy right now. Like I said, this is not the end-all be-all tutorial. This is just my workflow. And I'll be the first to admit that I am self-taught when it comes to this stuff. so I may not do stuff in the best practices way. Are you doing that? Okay. Okay, we have something that resembles a head. And once we go to cut out the eyes and the mouth, probably after I do the body in the next part, we will futz a little more with shaping the head and stuff, because you'll have to do some more cuts to get the eyes and mouth in a nice place. Let's see. Oh my god, let's shave our jawlines and not tell Daisy. There we go. Another thing I like to do is make sure that something I do is I like to shade and color based on the triangles and how it's broken up. So like, say for example, here, this under area, I would shade based on where these blocks are. All these rectangles. So I like to make sure it kind of looks natural. So you know, when they're in that phase, once we get to like UV unwrapping and coloring and stuff, you want to make sure you're ready to do that. Turn this off and do a little look around. I think that looks good. Name that head. One thing I learned about this VRM exporter, you don't want to name the head spelled right, because it will get you an error message. Not sure why. So yeah, head. And let's get started on the body, which will be a cylinder with 9. You want 9 sides. I always like to do a body with a uneven amount of sides because of how it looks when you cut it in half. So the body will be like, I don't know how to explain it. It just looks better. It just feels better to me. Because the front will be flat and you can do the chest better. Anyway, we're gonna do the same thing we did to the cube for the head by deleting half the vertices and adding a mirror modifier. Mirror modifier, my best friend mirror modifier. And just add a few loop cuts. I don't know why I keep going in and out of edit mode. I think I'm trying to toggle X-ray and it's not working. So now we just kind of follow our reference. And you can add more loop cuts as needed, down the front and down the sides, or, you know, around and up and down. Whenever I do the neck, shoulder area, I like to do a little tilted loop circle, And we will get more on that when we get to, once I start doing the neck, I'll explain more. Just gonna keep adding loop cuts till I like how it looks. And we're gonna extrude. Okay, have a bit of a body going on. Okay, let's do the neck and shoulders. We're gonna extrude E and then press S to scale. Pull that in, pull it up a little. We have like a neck shape, neck sized hole. Extrude and then C. So now we have a neck. Leg time, we'll add another cylinder, 9 sides. And just shrink that until it's the width of your character's thigh. Loop cut, my best friend loop cut. Add a mirror with clipping, and it's based on the head. That's the body, and that will be leg. Okay. And now again, we just kind of go down our reference. For this, it's a lot of extruding and scaling. Okay. Now, I'm just going to do the socks and shoes as part of the legs. So, extrude, scale. Fun little trick I've learned is if you want to get everything on the same level, you hit S, Z, and then 0, so it scales on the Z axis, and you hit 0 so they all level out. That's a fun little tool. Little shoes. I don't like how those heels are shaped. Let's redo that. Okay. Now we have little shoes. Now we gotta connect these two together. So shift select both of these and then you hit Control J to make them one. Back to edit mode. Now what we do to connect everything is we're going to extrude these vertices to build the lower body. We're going to do that in the back too. Get rid of the front image for a moment. Nope, that's wrong. We want to get rid of this as well. Okay. Now we go to line mode. We simply select these and hit F. Select two sides and hit F. To fill. There we go. Excuse me. Okay. There we go. And now we're going to shift select our two vertices to merge. I have one extra vertice. Oh no. Sometimes that happens. I just add an extra loop. It's fine. Okay. Now we just gotta refine it. And make it look kind of nicer. This will go under a skirt, so like it doesn't super matter. But it's just I like it when it all looks nice. Butts are always very hard to do for me. So if the butt looks bad and it's under a skirt, it's okay. That looks alright. That looks fine. That looks good. Good even. Okay. So now we have a body. We're going to move on to the arms real quick. I'm also going to make the sleeves part of the body, just to make it easier. If you want to make a model with multiple outfits, I recommend doing things like sleeves and socks and stuff separate. Let's see. That should be good. So I select the boxes I want to be part of my arm. I press I to inset, and then I go to my loop tools, which is a very handy add-on. that I recommend you get. It's free. And I simply just fiddle with it till it looks like there's shoulders. And it's the right size for an arm. Okay. Just a lot of fiddling. The neck is like not in the right spot. Put it a little too far forward, but we can fix it. Yay! Alright, arm time. Bring back our reference image. So our sleeves are going to be pretty big. So I'm making the hole for the arm pretty big. And we just extrude. So I'm changing the design slightly on this one. I don't think I want to do big sleeves on her anymore. So we're gonna make a little, what's it called? A little cuff. We're gonna extrude scale that in. Bring that in a bit so we can make this where the arm comes out. So that'll be the start of our arm. I'm gonna start by squishing it. Extrude. And this is going to be the start of our hand. Okay. Okay. And now we're gonna do the thumb. Actually, okay. Now we can do the thumb. Select these two faces and we're just gonna extrude, scale, rotate. Extrude, scale, rotate. Extrude, scale, rotate. And we have a thumb. Now we just fiddle with it. Okay, thumb time. Okay, now we need to do the fingers. Okay. Now we are going to take our knife tool And I like to do just one finger. So we are going to cut out our one finger. And now we're just gonna stitch them together. I'm going to take this and I'm going to move it a little so it's like the joint. But yeah. Take our vertices. Oh, that looks bad. 1 second. Okay, back to that. Take our vertices and just extrude them, select, and merge. Extrude, select, merge, rinse and repeat. Now we go to our line and start filling. We have a hand. Take our knife tool again and just kind of cut here to here so we have more of a defined curve there. Okay, hand time is done. I'm gonna mess with this one. Okay. So now we have our body and our head. Do a little turn around. Ooh. Okay. I'm going to call it there for this installment. That's how I do the base, body, and head. Next time, I think we will start cutting out the head and doing the clothes. So and the hair probably too, yeah. We'll finish up modeling the details in the next one. Thank you. Goodbye.